Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, A Little Bit of Everything with Erin. Today is Makeup Monday. So as you can see, I have a pop art inspired look on my face. I did this 3 different ways in this video so you can go a little less extreme than the other. So they're pretty easy, pretty basic. Thanks for the shout out and for the person who asked me to do this look today. If there's a tutorial that you want to see on a different makeup look or something more artistic for Halloween, leave me a comment down below. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Please give this video a big thumbs up, share it if you want to. That always helps me out and I appreciate it more than you know. And if you hit that bell, you'll get notifications anytime I post new videos. You know what guys, let's have a little spooky fun with this. Leave me a comment of a pumpkin down below and what you think you're gonna be for Halloween. Alright guys, let's get on to the tutorials. Alright guys, I picked up this Wet n Wild paint palette at Walmart. I honestly forgot how much it was. I believe it was under $6. It has 6 cream-based paints in there. I'll show you the swatch here in a second. This is all 6 colors on my arm. There was a lot of great pigment in these. I will definitely be using these for a couple of Halloween looks and tutorials this month for you guys. We will also be using my Snazaroo body paints. These are water activated. Snazaroo can be found at Michael's for about $10 and you can definitely use your coupon on those. Because not all of your face is going to have any kind of makeup on it, excuse the weird faces, you want to go ahead and apply your foundation. Don't worry about your brows because you're just going to cover those up. I really have no idea what I was thinking other than, oh, my foundation was a bit light. I bought the wrong color, but it'll do. I also decided to go ahead and contour just to kind of darken up my face because that foundation was pretty light. So with the purple paint from that Wet n Wild paint palette, I'm going to go ahead and pop that onto my eyelid. I thought this would be a nice, great pop of color for this pop art look. Because that is a paint, we want to just go ahead and put a shadow on top of it just so it won't move. This is really good if you're going to decide to wear this as a Halloween costume. You don't want that makeup to smudge or move. So we're just going to set that in place and just kind of buff out that edge a little bit. Now I'm going to dip into my black activated paint and I'll zoom you out so you can see better. And you don't have to use the black activated paint. You could definitely use a cream-based paint or you can use eyeliner for this part. And we're just going to run this across the face. And once we make that circle around our face, we just want to go ahead and kind of get some of the lines that our face already has, like your chin and nose. If you had a dimple, you'd want to put that down in there as well. I'm just going to go ahead and line my Cupid's bow right above my lip there. And then you're going to want to make your cheekbone. And if you want to add a little more definition to that, you can do light strokes underneath it just to help define and cut that area. And in certain comic books and pop art, they do this style. Next, I'm going to do my nose, and you don't want to do it directly down the center. You want to be a little offset. And then pull that down and just hook it around. And then you'll just go around the outside of your nostrils as well. Next, you're going to cover your entire eyebrow. I find the easiest way to do this is make a line up top and then on bottom following your natural lash line and then just fill the whole thing in with black. You may have to do this a couple times if your eyebrows are furry. I'm going to be grabbing my NYX Matte Black eyeliner. Now I'm just going to add a wing to both eyes, and you can make this as normal or over exaggerated as you want. I just kind of went with a normal wing. Now in the reference photo I was looking at, the character had a large dark black line for her eye socket right above where her makeup was, so I'm going to do the same thing on both eyes, and I'm using the activated paint again, but again you could use mascara or a cream-based paint. If you use a cream-based paint, make sure that you also follow that up with some black shadow just to kind of seal it in and make sure that it doesn't move or smudge. So my camera died, but I took white eyeliner and lined the bottom of my eyes, and then I'm just taking my NYX again and lining the bottom lash line with black and just adding 3 little lines for like eyelashes, just to be a little extra cartoony-ish. In my reference photo, the inside of her lips and some of the lines of her lips were very dark and black, so I'm just adding some black to my natural lip line and just kind of lining the inside of my lip. And I did realize, because this is the water activated paint, anytime I pressed my lips together it kind of smudged and moved, so I will take some black shadow to that. So I'm just going to grab some Black Hole, which happens to be my favorite black from the Alien palette, and I'm just going to kind of lay that on top of the black that I laid down, just so that it doesn't move. Just like everything else, we're going to line our lips all the way around with the black just to make it stand out, and you can extend the corner of the lip out just a little bit so it looks less realistic and more of the cartoonish pop art. Now with some NYX white eyeliner, I'm going to add some highlight to the lip. And this is why you want to make sure your lipstick is dry down, because you're going to add that white and you don't want it to mix into the color that you put down. So there's look 1. I popped on a cheap wig. I did not have a hairnet or a bald cap for this, but that's how the first look would finish. And we'll go on to the second look here in a moment. Alright, part 2 is adding the dots. I picked up these foam stipplers in the smallest size I could find at Michael's. And I'm just going to dip that in a little bit of water. And then I'm going to put it right into my white activated paint and stipple those on. Now you can do your whole face, but I don't prefer that look. I like the look where there's just a few dots randomly here and there kind of lined up, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. So I got rid of the wig and I added lashes because I forgot to add my lashes in the first look, but there is that look with the stippled dots. Alright, so if you want to make a tear, I'm just using some of that activated paint again. And I'm just making an over-exaggerated tear, and then I'll add a smaller drop underneath that. And then with everything with this look, you want to just outline that with your black again. So I wanted to intensify this tear a little bit, so I'm taking a small detail brush and I'm going to dip into the lighter blue first. And I'm going to add some of that over the water activated paint because the cream-based paint is less opaque. So I'm going to get more of that same teal color that I was looking for. And then I'm going to add some shadows and a little bit of deepness with the darker blue that is also in that Wet n Wild paint palette. And don't forget to do this to the lower drop as well. I don't know what kind of brush this is called, but it's like a smudger. So I'm just using that instead of my finger so that I don't mess anything else up, just to kind of smudge that darker blue and really blend it properly. And then with the white eyeliner, I'm just going to add highlights to that teardrop just to make it feel more realistic in a sense. And just makes it look better, gives it a little bit of a wet feel because it's like light bouncing off of the tears. Alright, and that is that. If you made it this far into the video, I thank you so much for watching. I hope this tutorial was helpful, and if you plan on doing one of these looks, find me on Instagram or Twitter. I will leave my @handle somewhere on the screen. And if you have other suggestions for videos I should be making, leave me a comment down below. Alright guys, until next time, bye!